Welcome, it's King Lizard on Xbox One with Forza Motorsport 6 multiplayer racing action, or PvP. So this is another race from the Can-Am series, which was Forza Motorsport 6 League Racing about a month ago. And this time around I'm driving the number 4 McLaren car's M8B up against the number 21 Nissan Racing R382, the number 66 Chaparral Cars 2E, and the number 10 Simone's Special T163. Someone there had quite a nasty accident on the back end. We did actually have, when we came into this race, there were actually around about 16 people. I don't know if the game bugged out and a lot of people got kicked, or whether a lot of people left. I know there were a lot of kind of back runners. I generally had a spate of races where I was doing quite well, purely because these guys that I was racing with were actually racing pretty fair, and that helps a great deal, because then it really is about you and your tune as to whether you can get a place or not. So coming in quite hot on this McLaren, I'm not holding back, giving it everything I've got. I've already slammed this thing a couple of times into the walls, purely because the back end kind of does something a little bit unpredictable sometimes, or at least with all the assists off as I was driving here. I found this a lot tougher than that Chaparral to drive, and you can see there was some quite severe back end slidage there as I went round that corner. So I did manage to sneak a place there, but the guy pulled it back off me. So now through this very technical section on the back end of Prague, and obviously this is Prague's full circuit. Managed to sneak round a few corners and into this. Oh, big accident. I got a little bit of a clip there from behind as that guy in front hit the guy in front of him, and that allowed me to get out, but that has actually put me in first place. The guy that was in the Nissan obviously got the corner wrong, and the two guys behind, obviously the one in front that was in second place, slammed his brakes on, and that caused the other guy behind him to hit him up the backside and throw him off the track, or put him pretty high in the air anyway. And then that kind of left everything open for me in first place at the moment. So still mental breakneck speeds here we're doing on this Prague, and I get that wall corner wrong again, just that little bit too fast there, throwing me into the wall and obviously costing me some very important speed. But as you can see, it's still quite a close-knit race here. There's only about 7 drivers in this race now, all multiplayer, and all wanting to win this race quite badly. These guys, as I said, they were providing really good race, and they were, you know, I probably played with these guys about 3 hours. I stuck with the lobby longer than I had time for, because, you know, they were basically fair drivers, and it was just in my interest to do so. Someone else back there had an accident on that last corner, a couple of corners back. So that was yet another accident that sent some cars off the track, or at least delayed them a bit. So I'm out in first place, only by a breadth though. But, you know, there's not a massive amount of space in this. This particular section coming up is one of my favourites. I do like this section, specifically if I'm in front. I don't like being behind people, because always had a bad accident. Most people, I was going to say, have bad accidents, and then I get caught up in them. But as you can see there, that guy copped it big time into the wall. Now, the key is, I find, with that section is just to roll it a lot of the time. I mean, get good speed initially, but then roll it through that kind of S-bend section. That generally will get you round. Obviously the only time it doesn't work is when you've got someone that just doesn't slow down and they hit you as you go through, because you're rolling. But it, you know, generally works very well for me, especially in game against the AI. A little bit of a launch there as we went up the hill. Can I hold it this time? Yeah, I backed off that little bit. Oh no, I got caught again. Third time lucky, I guess. So clip that wall again, and still in first place here. And this is the final lap now. There's only second place that's anywhere near me at this point. There's been a lot of other accidents that kind of put people out of the runnings for this. And this was actually my very first time out in first place at the beginning of the Can-Am series. that's one of the things about racing I quite enjoy, is it's quite unpredictable. I mean, that's the other important thing about having contact in races, because anyone can drive through a car. Overtaking it is another situation, and it's great as long as obviously people don't abuse the contact side of things. If people make genuine mistakes, that's fine, it's going to happen. You know, people aren't as good drivers as some other people, and sometimes they are going to make a mistake. I mean, I've made 3 or 4 in here already. I've just made a 5th, just hit that wall again, and I screwed that up a treat. I clipped that wall as I came through. Very out of character for me. I normally do that quite well. The guy behind him third has gone way too hot into that corner, and I'm just that far ahead to be able to pull in first place. Well, thanks for watching. Please take the time to rate and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. It'd be fantastic if you click that sub button and join King Liz's Game Labs. Take care, keep watching, and keep well.